Welcome, I'm Grace. Tonight the world stays outside, and you stay here in this peaceful sanctuary I've created just for you. If you're ready, let our journey begin. Close your eyes gently and let your body sink deeply into the softness of the mossy earth. Take a long, slow breath in, feeling the silver forest air fill your chest. And as you exhale, imagine all the thoughts of the day simply vanishing like moonlit mist. Feel the relaxation moving from your forehead, down to your jaw and all the way to your toes. You are safe, you are held. You are ready to rest. Tonight, the Silver Gates of the Eldoria forest are opening just for you. Beyond the mist lies a realm of ancient trees and starlight rivers. A place where time stands still and only peace remains. Follow the glow of the moon, leave the world behind, and let the magic of the elves guide you home. Our journey to the secret elf realm begins now. The long journey through the heavy, dusty lands of men is finally over. You can feel the shift in the air before you even see the borders. It is a tingling sensation on your skin, a subtle hum in your pointed ears that only your kind can distinguish from the wind. You are standing at the edge of Eldoria, your home, the realm where the stars speak and the trees remember your name. You take your first step onto the ancestral path, and the forest immediately recognizes you. The silver-leafed oaks lean in slightly as you pass, their branches rustling in a rhythmic greeting that sounds like 1,000 soft whispers. Welcome back, child of the moon, they seem to say. You feel the heavy leather boots of your travels pressing into the emerald moss, which springs back to life the moment you move, as if erasing the footprints of the outside world. The air here doesn't just fill your lungs, it heals your spirit. It carries the scent of starlight lily and ancient cedar, a fragrance that has remained unchanged for millennia. You stop for a moment and close your eyes, reaching out with your elven senses. You can feel the life force of the forest flowing like a golden river beneath the soil, connecting every root, every flower, and every breath you take. As you walk deeper, the twilight of the realm begins to glow with a soft, bioluminescent pulse. Floating seeds of the great tree, like tiny glowing feathers, drift around you in a slow, hypnotic dance. You extend a hand, and one of them lingers on your palm for a heartbeat, glowing brighter in recognition of your elven blood before floating away into the silver mist. The sounds of the mortal world, the clanking of iron, the shouting of voices, the rush of time are all gone now, replaced by the chime of crystal bells hanging from distant high dwellings, and the deep, resonant thrum of the earth's heartbeat. You reach the inner sanctum's gate, two towering pillars of living white stone that pulse with a soft violet light. You place your hand upon the stone, and the coldness of your long journey finally vanishes, replaced by a warmth that starts at your fingertips and flows directly to your heart. You are not a guest here. You are a part of this magic. You are home, and the night is waiting to embrace you. As you pass through the living stone gates, the full majesty of the inner city reveals itself to your elven eyes. This is not a city of brick and mortar, but a masterpiece of nature and magic woven together over eons. High above, suspended between the massive trunks of the elder oaks, lie the celestial walkways, thin bridges of crystalline glass that catch the violet moonlight and scatter it like diamonds across the forest floor. You begin to ascend the grand spiral staircase, carved directly into the bark of the mother tree. With every step, the air grows thinner and sweeter, tasting of high-altitude mist and ancient enchantments. You pass by the open balconies of the great library, where your kin sit in silent meditation. Their long, elegant fingers tracing the glowing runes on scrolls made of silver leaf. They look up as you pass, a silent nod of recognition shared between immortals. The traveler has returned, their eyes seem to say, and you feel the last remnants of your weariness turning into peace. Below you, the river of stars winds through the valley floor. Its water is a deep, shimmering indigo, carrying the fallen blossoms of the moon trees toward the great waterfall. The sound of the falling water is a constant, low-frequency hum, a natural lullaby that resonates with the very core of your being. You stop at the edge of a high terrace, looking out over the glowing canopy of your kingdom. The forest is a sea of shifting colors, teals, purples, and soft golds, all breathing in unison with the tides of the moon. You approach the entrance to your own private sanctuary. The doors are made of polished pearl wood, inlaid with mithril filigree that traces the constellations of your birth. As your hand nears the handle, the mithril glows with a soft, welcoming warmth. Recognizing the unique signature of your soul, the doors glide open without a single sound, moving on hinges of pure magic. The interior of your room is bathed in the soft, flickering light of floating candles that never burn down. The walls are draped in tapestries woven from spider silk and starlight, depicting the history of your lineage. In the corner, a small fountain of enchanted water trickles into a basin of black obsidian, creating a rhythmic, hypnotic melody that fills the room. You move toward the large, arched window that overlooks the silent mountains. There is no glass here, only a shimmering veil of energy that keeps the room warm while letting in the whispers of the night air. You reach up and unfasten the silver clasp of your traveling cloak, letting the heavy fabric fall to the floor. You are shedding the weight of the outside world, layer by layer, until only the true, peaceful self remains. You are standing in the center of your home, surrounded by the love of the trees and the protection of the stars. Everything is ready for your arrival, and the night has only just begun. You stand in the center of your chamber, listening to the rhythmic dance of the obsidian fountain. The sound is like 1,000 tiny glass bells falling into a pool of velvet. Every drop dissolves a little more of the tension held within your elven frame. You move toward the bathing alcove, where a pool is carved directly into the living crystal of the mountain. The water within is not ordinary. It is infused with the essence of crushed moon pearls and essence of lavender that grows only in the highest peaks of Eldoria. As you step toward it, the surface of the water begins to glow with a soft, sapphire light, steam rising in gentle, swirling patterns that look like ancient elven scripts drifting in the air. You slowly descend into the warmth, and as the water touches your skin, it feels like 1,000 soft, invisible hands stroking away the dust of the mortal world. The warmth seeps into your muscles, deep into your bones, where the memories of long roads and stone cities were stored. You lean your head back against the smooth, cool crystal edge, and close your eyes. Beneath the water, you can hear the deep, resonant song of the mountain itself, a low vibration that grounds your spirit. You are an elf, and you are liquid. You are light. You are the mist rising from the trees. There is no hurry here. Time in the elf realm does not tick like a clock. It flows like a slow, golden river, infinitely patient. infinitely kind. After a long time, you step out of the pool, your skin shimmering with a faint, silvery luminescence. You wrap yourself in a robe made of woven cloud thread, a fabric so light it feels like wearing the breath of the morning sky. It is warm, dry, and smells of sun-warmed cedar. You move back into the main sleeping chamber. The floating candles have dimmed now, sensing your deepening relaxation, turning from a bright gold to a soft amber ember. You walk toward your desk of polished ironwood, where a small crystal vial awaits you. It contains the nectar of dreams, a gift from the forest healers. You take a single, tiny sip, and a wave of pure, sweet calm washes over your tongue, down your throat, and spreads into your chest. It tastes of haunted starlight and forgotten summers. Your eyelids grow heavy, beautifully heavy, and the world outside the window, the great telltale, the silver bridges, the distant mountains all begin to blur into a soft, watercolor dream. You are ready now. Your mind is as clear as a mountain pool, and your heart is as light as a falling leaf. The grand bed of emerald silk is calling to you, and you are finally ready to answer. You glide across the floor, your feet barely touching the cool, polished wood as you approach the center of the room. Here stands your resting place, the emerald cradle. It is a bed frame grown from the roots of the world tree itself, curved and elegant, flowing arcs that mimic the shape of a new moon. The mattress is filled with the down of the silver swans, layered with dried petals of the slumber flower. As you sit on the edge, you sink into a softness that feels like being caught by a summer cloud. You lift your legs and swing them onto the bed, pulling the covers over your shoulders. The fabric is a weave of midnight silk and spider glimmer, cool to the touch at first, then rapidly warming to match the heat of your skin. You lay your head back onto the pillow, which has been infused with the scent of wild valerian and crushed mint. Beneath your head, you can hear the faint, rhythmic pulse of the tree's sap moving deep within the wood. It is the heartbeat of the realm, thumping slowly, steadily, thump, 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 matching the rhythm of your own heart. You look out through the open terrace, the shimmering energy veil rippling slightly in the night breeze. The violet moon has reached its zenith, casting a long, silver beam of light across your blankets. In the distance, the great waterfall of Eldoria has slowed its pace, its roar turning into a soft, velvet hiss, like the forest itself is whispering hush, hush, hush. High in the canopy above your room, a night nightingale begins its song, a series of low, fluting notes that swirl through the air like liquid gold. It is a melody composed specifically for the returning kin, a song that tells of the safety of the borders, the strength of the ancient spells, and the peace of the eternal night. Your elven eyes begin to flutter shut, and even in the darkness behind your lids, you see the faint, dancing patterns of the forest's magic. You feel your fingers go limp, your toes relax, and your breath becomes a slow, shallow tide. You are no longer holding yourself up. The realm is holding you now. You are a leaf floating on a dark, silent lake, drifting further and further away from the shore of wakefulness. The room around you begins to dissolve into a haze of amber light and silver shadows. You are safe. You are home. You are fading into the grace of the woods. You have crossed the border of the physical world. You are no longer just lying in your bed. You are drifting within the dream walk, the sacred space where an elf's mind connects to the memory of the earth. In this state, your body is as still as a fallen stone, but your spirit is as light as the moonbeams dancing on the river. You find yourself floating through a version of the forest made entirely of light. The trees are glowing structures of pure energy, their roots reaching deep into the heart of the world, pulsing with a soft, violet rhythm. You can hear the thoughts of the Eldoria woods, a slow, peaceful hum that sounds like 1,000 harps playing a single, eternal chord. There is no fear here, no time, no yesterday, and no tomorrow. Only the infinite now. You see the dreams of the flowers, small, bright sparks of color that float upward like bubbles in a glass of starlight. You see the ancient protectors, the great spirits of the forest, moving silently through the groves, their eyes like twin stars, watching over you with a love that spans centuries. You feel your spirit expanding, stretching out to touch the leaves of the highest branches and the moss of the deepest caves. You are part of the wind. You are part of the water. You are part of the silence. Every heavy memory from your time in the mortal lands is being untangled, gently, piece by piece, until your soul is as clear as a diamond. The nectar of dreams is pulling you even deeper now, into the great silence, where the music of the forest turns into a soft, rhythmic breathing, in and out, in and out. The light of the dream walk begins to soften, turning from vibrant violet to a deep, comforting indigo. You are sinking into the core of the mountain, wrapped in layers of ancient protection. You feel the presence of your ancestors, a warm, golden glow that surrounds your spirit like a familiar embrace. Sleep, noble kin, they whisper in the language of the stars. Sleep, and be renewed. Your awareness is shrinking now, becoming a single, tiny point of peace, floating in a sea of velvet darkness. You are letting go of the dream and moving toward the deep, dreamless rest that only the elves can truly know. The nectar of dreams is pulling you even deeper now, into the great silence, where the music of the forest turns into a soft, rhythmic breathing, in and out, in and out. The light of the dream walk begins to soften, turning from vibrant violet to a deep, comforting indigo. You are sinking into the core of the mountain, wrapped in layers of ancient protection. You feel the presence of your ancestors, a warm, golden glow that surrounds your spirit like a familiar embrace. Sleep, noble kin, they whisper in the language of the stars. Sleep, and be renewed. Your awareness is shrinking now, becoming a single, tiny point of peace, floating in a sea of velvet darkness. You are letting go of the dream and moving toward the deep, dreamless rest that only the elves can truly know. The colors of the dreamwalk are fading now, turning into a vast, quiet ocean of velvet indigo. You have traveled far, from the edges of the mortal world, through the Silver Gates, and into the very soul of Eldoria. Now, there is nowhere left to go, and nothing left to do, but simply be. Your elven heart is beating so slowly now, echoing the ancient rhythm of the stones. Your breath is a ghost, a soft, rhythmic sigh that blends perfectly with the whisper of the night air outside your window. You are no longer an individual. You are a part of the forest's breath. You are a part of the moon's shadow. The night nightingale has finished its song, and even the waterfall seems to have hushed its voice to a mere murmur. The entire realm is holding its breath, honoring your rest. The floating candles in your room have flickered out, leaving only the soft, natural glow of the starlight filtering through the energy veil. You feel a final, gentle wave of warmth wash over you, like a soft blanket of light being tucked around your soul. It is the blessing of the High Elders, a spell of total peace that will guard your sleep until the first ray of the silver sun touches the leaves. You are sinking, drifting, falling into the deep, dark, beautiful silence. Every muscle is heavy, every thought is gone. The silence is your sanctuary. The darkness is your friend. You are submerged in the healing waters of sleep, where the magic of the elves will renew your spirit, and the wisdom of the trees will strengthen your heart. The realm is quiet. The stars are watching. You are home, and you are finally, deeply asleep. Sleep now. Sleep, sleep.